Hey, it's good, it's good. Fuck, I need a coffee or something. What up, what up? How's everybody doing? Good, 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 good. What's everybody up to? I'm feeling pretty good, a little stressed. The documentary's getting a little closer. I'm meeting with the producer this week to go for dinner and like kind of talk about it. And then just life, bro. Doing the fucking dishes, doing laundry, driving myself fucking AWOL. Tracy, thank you so much for the one gift sub. So I'm gonna go see my mom probably later. Life is fucking lifing, dude, and it gets more stressful because it's just like there's so much to like think about and look back on and be like, oh, I should have did this better. I should have did this. I should have did this. And it just like gets to a point where you're like, what the fuck do I do now? You know what I'm saying? But what I have to do is what's in front of you. So there's no really like complaining about it. It's more just like do what's in front of you? Yeah, you look forward. So it's just a lot of that, a lot of this, a lot of that. Um, and yeah, absolutely. Yeah, when you think about it, there's no point of looking back, because your mind is already looking back. So like your job is to look forward because no matter what, you never forget. You're always going to unconsciously think about it. Irene, thank you. So you have to like gain that forward momentum muscle to help yourself out. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up? What's up? Yeah, you got to think about where you're going exactly. It's just hard because I come on here and I have so much, like I've tried to share my life to help people and stuff, and maybe we'll regret that one day. But I also did that because I got I got lucky and I got a bunch of fans and I got a lot of money and I had a plan to get that, but I didn't really expect that. Or I did, but I didn't really realize how much more pressure comes when you're in the spotlight. So I kind of threw myself into that. But then I also am very stubborn and I don't want to do work. I mean, I don't want to give up. So I continuously move forward, with like trying to have confidence and do it. Um, and then when I go to bed at night, I realize, man, like you got a lot to figure out. Like my beliefs are changing like consistently, right? While I'm trying to share my beliefs as well. I don't regret things because I think, if I didn't do what I was doing, um, I wouldn't be where I'm at. And I'm not saying like I'm at the best place ever, but I am saying that I think a lot of people in the world, they think hiding is a good solution or letting things slide is a good solution. Um, but it actually drives you to a darker hole. And so what I'm saying is it's better to clean up the mess than to cover it with shit. And that's lost me a lot too, or got a lot of like people upset, including myself. But realistically, it's just I've been to rehab, I've just on the goals of trying to be more and more like real and feel like a real person. If you're holding back one thing or hiding something or have a regret about something, it literally will eat you up for the rest of your life as much as you try to, um, you know. And I think what taught me that was making money because I thought, oh, if I make enough money, I get famous, all these worries will go away. They actually amplified, by like 1,000. Um, so yeah, it's just there's positives towards it too, I guess. there obviously is positives to it. But yeah, life's just life and man, life's just life and so I'm consistently like moving forward now. Um, talking to therapists, talking to people, going for drives, going for walks, trying to just like, I clean the house today just to like stay on top instead of because it gets worse when things pile up, you got to start somewhere, right? Um, so yeah, all of that. JJ, thank you. Irene, thank you. So yeah, money can mean more problems if you're not careful. Yeah, for sure. Question, what would you tell your 2021 self? I would tell my 2021 self to focus more on your life than focusing on um focus more on your life than focusing on your goals. And I think when you sit down with yourself instead of rushing forward, I think you have you have different angles. Like you're sitting in a compass basically. So you got north, you got south, you got all these feelings and to slowly chip away at everything and do things on your time. Don't rush things, even though things will get more pressuresome like that, because sometimes we feel if we rush forward, and just take everything out of the way, it's gonna help. But actually sitting down and taking it would have been, and I would he listen's a good question because I think I still don't really honestly, I wouldn't even say that. I would say this is what I'd say. I'd say more trust yourself. Trust yourself. If I go to 2021, I'd say trust yourself and your progress and never look at what people say about you because I'm telling myself that. So when the documentary comes out, I will never be looking at what people say about the documentary. I'll never be looking about how it's doing. If I end up in magazines or doing something, I'll never look at what that is. My value will be valued from how I'm living my life, not from what is going on the outside of my life. Because I would love to look and get into that stuff, but it literally I cannot do that because that's when the mental problems come in of second guessing, gaining more stress. As much as I would love to get into that because, it's all exciting and fun. But I've learned, and it gets more dark when you don't do or follow what everyone else is doing or see what everyone else is saying because it's literally you feel like your future is more unpredictable and you're more alone and it's more dark. But I would say to myself, just keep a close group of friends, keep your family close because those are people that care about you, and to just care about yourself moving forward. Um, I would also tell myself um, in 2021 to pay more attention. I think for a lot of the time, I wasn't really paying attention because I had so much confidence in who I was being. And I just thought like I knew it all, everything's okay. And I pissed off a lot of people being like that. And I pissed off myself being like that. And I've made mistakes being like that. So I think just really taking your time and trying to more like understand um you know life, like following people, understanding people. I think I was a little bit more of like a rule. I went like yeah, I hate saying rule breaker because I don't look at myself as like a vile person, but I think I would definitely think like I'm right. I think just being more professional, being more respectful, paying more attention, Not just giving into how I'm feeling. I think giving into how you're feeling brings a big sense of you know it all instead of really taking the time to understand life, you know? I was young, but yeah, just figuring it out and you're going through it, whatever. But yeah, definitely learned a lot, prepare me for the future, anxiety is just so much that I can't see the future as good as I would like to. Not even just everything. Like I'll be stressing about everything. I'll be um everything, like feeling bumps on me, thinking I have this, thinking I have that, health anxiety, this anxiety, where it makes me think like, damn, like you don't what like you know what I mean? You start doubting it. Um, but I think um with that said, that's why I really emphasize the day by day and to look for better things in life, which that means like what makes you happy, not what everyone thinks about or but it's a grind. I think you look back after and you realize um there are things in life that you can regret that can affect your life forever. And I think that is a scary thing to say because you're like, what the fuck? Because when you really think about life, life's pretty simple. As much as you want to leave this earth or make it complicated, life's pretty simple, It's basically we're here, we have like I don't know for sure, but when I'm really digging into it, feels like there's maybe just a simple purpose as much as we make life like how it is. I'm starting to think like there is just a simple purpose. And I think so going the opposite direction of your purpose is basically killing your purpose. And you can shadow it with so much bullshit. You can think like, no, this makes me happy. And what it's really doing, I think, this is just my belief, if it's actually making you more petty. And that petty feeling is a direction, but I get it. There's so much regret. There's people that had so much worse. But you really have to think, how are you going to make the best out of your scenario? And even if that scenario feels like, damn, this sucks, you have no choice. Like you really have no choice. Um, because you have no choice but to like you can live in fantasy land until you want to snap because you're trying to make fantasy land real land. And fantasy land and real land are totally different things. So basically, you know what? It doesn't matter if you're 80 years old and you're just learning this, or you're 25 and you feel like you lost your life, or you've done something you regret, or whatever it is. It really does not matter. What matters is owning it. Like you can make all those excuses to think I have to do something else then that's different than life, but find um you're never going to find that um ever. And as much as you try to figure it out and say, no, this is my life, I'm happy with it, um it's just you're lying to yourself, basically. You're basically lying to yourself, you know, to make yourself feel better about your situation. Um so the best thing is to accept the truth and work through it. And whatever that means, I think that's why we have a schedule. And it's like, today I'm going to do this and do this. And this is going to make me feel better. Um, whatever it is. Do you have an idea what your purpose might be? I don't anymore. I have an idea, but I'm too shy to even talk about it because I don't know if I'm delusional or real or a bit of both, or but I'm kind of just working in a direction of hopefully, do good things and help other people. And but I don't know. But my question is, does anybody truly know their purpose, especially at a younger age, or are they trying to find their purpose? And I think on my defense, which makes me feel a little better about it, is I think you're trying to find your purpose. I think you have an idea of your purpose, but I think throughout life you're trying to more like find that purpose because um you don't know everything about life. So like you don't know what people are going through, like we're consistently learning. So I think like you get put in spots where that's your purpose to help certain people or do certain things or um so I think that because so many successful people they get shocked in the future because they think they're like, oh, this is now my purpose. Like I never knew that I was going to be a therapist helping out millions of people, but now this is what I'm doing, and I've been through so much, and I never thought I would get here, but I thank God because this is where I am. I think that's most people's stories, you know? Some people like athletes, they have a purpose from when they're young, and it's I want to make the NHL. But then once they make the NHL, they have a different purpose of, I want to start a family, whatever it is. You know what I mean? So it's tough. It is tough. I think a big part about it too is doing what you are comfortable with. So, like, that's what I mean more like trusting yourself by like, you know, there's a way to feel better but do it on what you are comfortable. Do it on your comfortable path and walk towards it and take out what you need to take out. Um, you know, um, because you're not going to fix anything if you're never going to fix anything without working through it properly. Um, you know what I mean? Right. So for you to try to just think like, oh, whatever, like blah blah blah, that whatever attitude that doesn't fix it. It's more of like taking ownership, moving towards understanding, feeling, moving. Um, And all that stuff that brings you the other way basically comes from ego. I think I had a huge ego because I felt like I had to, and I didn't realize how bad it would actually eat me up, and destroy me. And it continuously does, I'm still working on it. But um, yeah, it just having that, it makes you not it makes you not um it makes you not respect other people, which gets you mad because you feel like your ego deserves to be fed, which makes you continuously hate other people and continuously live in delusion, which eventually bites you in the ass. So I would say the biggest and best way to do it is to, I'm not saying you're never gonna get mad at people or think people are wrong, but try to understand people, try to respect people, number one, And how you do that is not always just focusing on yourself, like understanding that life is life and everyone's got like show some like deep empathy of like what people are going through. So that's a tough one. And also looking at yourself as just a normal person. I think like being like whatever, the stud muffin, whatever can lead me to wanting to keep up with that stud muffin, whatever. And then that's when the ego comes in where I think, I'm better than everybody, blah, 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 which doesn't help me um, at all because it's just not the truth. The truth is, I was just a normal boy growing up that was beautiful, just like all of you guys. Um, there's no, I think what made me outstanding was probably the work I put into it, but also everything else too, the embarrassment, the everything. Um, but just, I think you have to understand that because it yeah, you have to understand that. Because then you'll be set down to being humble and be like, oh damn, I am literally just like everybody else. And it's not something to uh and it's not something to be like for you guys showering me and being like telling me I'm the hottest guy in the world, you guys could probably blame yourself sometimes and be like, damn, I should have never engaged much of that. But you're also just doing your best in the moment. You're also just being, um, trying to make the vibes good, trying to have fun, right? But I think if we really want to have a better understanding, we need to follow the truth more than the fantasy. And I think there's a lot of people in fantasy land. And um, I think, um, it starts from lust. And that's why I would emphasize with lust because it totally starts with lust. I've seen people in person lusting about me, and the way they are is, to be honest, disgusting. And I'm not saying the only reason why I can say that with confidence is because I am like that as well, or I was like that. But I'm trying to change that because it's truly disgusting. Um, and, I think we know that, but I think what gets, let's say, me away with that is making excuses about it and saying all these things of, oh, everybody does it, this and this and this and this. And the excuses get worse to the point that like you could actually like have something detrimental happen to your life over an excuse of just being like whatever. And I think these are all feelings, so it's good to notice it, but it needs to be talked through about. And I think that's why I'm here is to have honest discussions. And that's why I've been telling you guys, can we talk like that instead of the chat going quiet? Can you guys ask questions? Obviously, I wasn't ready for that though, and I was trying to be ready for that. So it is my job to be ready for that by talking like that. Um, and that's going to take, um, like, it's hard, right? Because everything I'm talking about is my brain recapping everything I've been through, every place I don't want to be, all my fears, everything I'm scared of being or going to, and me trying to figure it out. Um, and then losing myself. So, um, if you had to ask my purpose, like what I think it would be, I'd probably be on the route of talking to people and trying to have better understandings because I've been through stuff. But I think it gives me a better understanding of that is how people evolve. you think, how is this person so strong? How is this person talking like this? How is the 5 second rule person so um enthusiastic about what she's talking about? It's because she was in a dark place that she had to get herself out of, and she's still getting herself out of. So she's sharing what she can help people because that's the only thing that can equal to that good feeling. So we all do it for ourselves at the end of the day. Um, but yeah, work in progress. Um, but yeah, just consistently learning, um, and trying to move forward with that. That's all. If you guys have any questions, ask me. I'm just waiting for Starbucks here. Yeah, and I understand like a lot of you guys been through hell and back, which even more than me. So totally understand. I think everybody's been through something. The harder things you go through, the better understanding you get. But I think we also don't want to be put in a situation that we regret because I've already lived through regret, and regret equals an intense amount of fear, an intense amount of guilt, an intense amount of confusion, and all of those things are detrimental to your life. The only way to get through it is to get through it. And that is whatever that means to you. Um, but you need to get real before you can get through it. And how you become real is, I would say, doing what you have to do. And I think that's why people go to the gym because your mind works better. I think that's why people talk to people because your mind works better. You have a better understanding. Time's not slowing down for us, so we can't put it on pause. So we continuously have to go through. Basically, as we're doing that, beg for forgiveness while working for forgiveness, and then you can move on to greatness. But it starts with the real work. Time never speeds up. Time is consistently the same, but time is also how you use it. So I think when you mean by like time is speeds up as you age. I think it's because your body deteriorates more, where like you can speed through time when you're quicker with things. Once you get older, you get slower, so time eats you up more. Um, so I think, yeah, for sure. But we're all on our own time, but there's one thing that it's either eating you up or you're using your time. There's like two options. You can never just pause, or you can never sit there and think you're taking your time. You're actually wasting your time. You're actually ruining your time. Um, Do you think you aren't comfortable with living with yourself? I don't know why you'd even ask that, to be honest with you, because why wouldn't I be comfortable with living with myself? Every single person in the universe, I don't care if you're married, every single person in the universe should live with their self at some point until they figure out how to live with somebody. Every single person. Every single person. This is mandatory to live by yourself. Do you think I would ever be you need that freedom. You need those thoughts. You need all of that. So I think you meant asked, do you think living with yourself is comfortable? And I think it's definitely uncomfortable, but it's also mandatory. And that's what I mean too by your time doesn't slow down for you. Your time, like, you can live with your parents till you're 35 years old, but you're still not doing anything. As much as you can pretend you're doing something, or maybe you actually are doing something, it still doesn't diminish this one closer step, you know? So I think just being more real with ourselves, not trying to live in this safe zone, but at the same time living in the safe zone. You want to be safe, you want to feel safe, but you also want to be real and move forward and do what you have to do every day. What do you think we as fans can help you move forward in a positive direction? Well, you guys ask this a lot, and it kind of bugs me because it's just a captain obvious statement. Sorry for being sassy, but I'm allowed if we want realness. And I think just you guys help enough by being here. I think you guys listening to me talk and having conversations. If you have to ask that question, leave the door. If you don't like me, Dan, this is not you taking care of me so you feel better about yourself. That's not what this is about. This is about you wanting to be here for real conversations. And I understand that comes to a point where you get an attachment issue and blah, 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 but that's not my issue. And I've been saying that for so long, and it should have been respected earlier. But I need to be more honest all the time and stop playing into other people's fantasies and having fun when I'm not having fun with it. So just move in that direction. I'm not saying it was meant to be disrespectful, but you saying it's not just meant to be respectful is again Captain Obvious. Move forward. Listen to what I'm saying and move forward. We do not need to be going back and forth of, "Ooh, I didn't mean it to be disrespectful," and coming to this petty conclusion. It needs to just be moved forward. Of course, I'm not here to cater your feelings. None of that. There's no growth within that, and people know that. So respect that because that's what respecting. If you really want to ask how you help me, it's that right there. You know. I gotta get my coffee, guys. One sec. It's being adults. But being adults isn't like just a saying. It's more of just like you have to. It's um, for your own physical being, like your own growth physically, um, mentally, physically, right? And listen, I'm here to talk about these things because it's for me. So I'm not here to disrespect or point fingers. I'm not 7 years old, like a lot of people are, no offense. But grow the fuck up or get the fuck out of here. You know? I've been saying this for a long, long time and been getting called the bad guy for trying to talk like this. And most people in here are 50 years old. So it's time to own your fucking shit and be a fucking real person like I'm trying to be every single day in the public. Seriously. And if you don't want to be here, like I said, do not be here. But like I said, I will be here because why did I start this? For me, always. You guys weren't with me when I was making 20 TikToks a day. You guys came after I did all the work. Remember that. So I have my goals. I'm moving towards my goals. And this is how, so I'll do what I'm doing. It's not about playing this game of, oh, Will's emotions. Let's play with Will's emotions. He's mad. Oh, he's not. He's not. That can drive someone to want to literally end their life. Literally. Life is not a game. So check yourself, sit with yourself, hear what you're saying to yourself, hear what you're saying about other people under your breath, and that's who you are. It's not how you project yourself, it's who you are, right? That goes for me. That goes for me too. But I'm also sitting online talking to everyone. So it might sound like I'm preaching to you, but I'm not. I'm just saying the truth to go to a better place. Not publicly, half publicly, half. Full publicly, full myself though. You can't forget that I'm a human being. I'm not here to be some fake scammer, blah, 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 ha, 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 ha. You think I'm that person? Never will be, never have. I'm not that person. Never wanted to be that person. The person I am is someone that's trying his best to figure it out while figuring it out and showing that progression and trying to find truth because, but it's a consistent learning. Sometimes you think this is the truth. The next day you realize, oh, that's not the truth. And that's why I say you need to be consistently working because what was true yesterday is not always true today. What was true yesterday is not always true today. Time is changing by the second. So, in public, I couldn't handle that, and that's why you're not. And no offense, that's why I'm making the big bucks. No offense, but that's fucking real. You know why not everyone can make TikToks of themselves looking all good? Because everyone would say that's weird to do. But guess what? That's why they're not doing as good. They're not making the big bucks. It's fucking common sense. Not saying I'm perfect, far from it, but I do give respect to where it's earned, for sure. That's you. If it's too much criticism for you, that's you. I don't need to hear because we're different people. We're different. Whatever you want to deal with, you deal with. Whatever I deal with, I deal with. We have different lives, right? Respect is continuously earned. Like, life's not just stopping. Like, life's not just like, oh, I have kids and I'm married. Yeah, I get to sit my ass on the couch, drink beer, and hate my life. No. Like that will never be life. Ever. Or it's all like, oh, I kind of feel good about the position I'm in. This feels so good. Oh my God, let me go judge other people. That's not fucking life. That's not real. Life's not like that. Life's consistently, you have to be consistently working. So if you don't find where you're consistently doing that, then you're not gonna ever, you're gonna always try to be comfortable in a situation and think you made it, and you're never making it. So I'm not looking for people to say, you made it, you respect, blah, blah, blah. No, I didn't. Not even fucking close. I'm not even close to where I want to be. I probably got 5 to 10 years, maybe even 15 years to get to where I want to be. Probably, which is crazy. But I'll be 40, whatever. But even then, you're gonna get to where your goals are. You're gonna be like, yes, I feel more comfortable. Now I need to work to maintain it. Do what I have to do. And you can say I'll do it when you don't know what I want. I appreciate it, but you gotta be more real with yourself too. Instead of jumping to conclusions, ask real questions. You know, I appreciate it, but I don't need people saying you'll do it and then they don't even know what I'm doing, or I just, you don't, I don't need that. I don't need the falseness. I understand the beliefs there. I don't take away from belief. I don't take away from belief. I understand belief, but you got to put in real action as well, consistently. And listen, you guys might think, Will, you're so hard on us though, like, blah, 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 blah. Well, you guys are my only fans watching me right now. So I'm being myself talking to you guys. So if I was talking to my generation right now, it would not be so soft in certain ways. The reason why you guys are a deer in the headlights some of the time is because you're used to me just being Will looking good on camera dancing to 80s music. And that's why I emphasize move on where you should be moving on. I'm not even hard on you guys though. This is not hard on people. This is not hard on people. Why do you think people are still here? Being hard on someone is, first of all, subjective. Second of all, this is not me being hard on people. This is me being real with people. Being hard on people is just not giving a fuck. Looking at your fucking video game and not talking to any of your fans and just being like whoop-de-doo-de-doo the whole time. That's making people want to your attention, can't get your attention, don't give a fuck. That's being hard on people. Talking to people, this is being hard on myself. I'm the one taking the beating. I'm the one posted. You guys are on fucking accounts taking things personally. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm the one not bringing up. Like, let's be real. This isn't hard on you guys. This is hard on me. So, you guys are just watching. You guys are just watching unless you love it and you support, but that is all out of your favor. Out of your favor. Even if it wasn't your favor 2 days later and you don't like it now, you don't like me, well, that was your action 2 days late before, right? So, I don't know. No, I'm hard on myself, and I think that's why people kind of left and was like, "Oh, look at now, haha." But then they realized they forgot who I really was. You know what I'm saying? So, and I never wanted to be the person to say, haha, because I'm not that person. Why would you ever do that? We all have our own lives. We all make mistakes. We all beg for forgiveness. We all go through things. And I'm going through things. So it's like, do shit with your life. How would you have worded this convo to your generation? What does that even mean? What the fuck? I'm not wording shit. I'm speaking everything. I would do exactly what I'm doing right now. I do exactly what I'm doing right now, talking from my heart. Doesn't even make sense. Of course, it's not like I'm talking to a fucking alien. We're all people. You said you'd be harder. No, I wouldn't. I said, it seems. I said, I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about your reaction, not me. Stop putting it on me. I said your reactions because being an older generation is different towards if it was people my age. If I was talking like this, there wouldn't even be as big as a reaction. But a lot of people take things personally because one, you guys are women, and two, because you guys are older than me. Facts. So, right? So it's different. But me, I'm just being myself. So I'm not here to cater how I'm talking to people. I drive myself nuts. Drive myself nuts. And to be honest, they don't want that. Nobody wants to be catered to. As much as you think you do for whatever, they'll still go behind your back and disrespect you. You cater them all you want, they'll still go behind your back. Oh, what a freaking pussy. You see how he's like, let's talk to my friends. Like, come on, be real with it. So I wouldn't waste my time. You just play the woman card? What do you even mean by that? Are you a feminist? I'm confused. The fuck you saying? I don't know. What the fuck do you mean? Yes, a feminist. Search it up, Google it. Instead of wasting your time Googling the chat, go Google it on the fucking internet. Women are more sensitive, you're right. For sure, not all women, but the majority of women have a different way of living than a man would. More men like war. More women like love, shopping, other there's just different things and there's such thing as percentages too. As much as you guys say nope, 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 thank God I'm speaking up so I can get you the fuck out of the chat. Because I would not want you in my chat because you're a fucking stubborn biatch. To be honest with you. Exactly true. Do you guys want the truth or do you want false reality? You guys tell me. I think most people want reality. I'm a feminist, but I have no issue with what you just said. Yeah, it's not like I'm saying women deserve to do this and women are like this and women are like no, not even fucking close. What I am doing is saying what I said, right? Like I don't judge anyone. If a woman wants to do this, a woman does that. If a woman wants to do if a woman likes this, bro, you're real sexy and you get emotional like this. Thanks, bro. I'll suck your dick on a Tuesday. No, I'm just joking. I've always been straight up with everybody. Hits us with the truth, baby. How do you think a women audience makes your journey different? Well, if I had men, I think maybe we talk more about that fucking home run last night and maybe get a little bit more deep about it and be like, did you see fucking John Jones knock him out? Bro, the guy's got a cock the size of fucking Montreal, eh? Jesus, I know, eh? Ha, 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 ha. I think it's a little different having women in your chat. We could still talk borderline, but I don't think we'd get into depth about certain things we get into depth about when I'm talking to women. I think that's fucking Captain Obvious. And I don't want to say a lot different because if you say a lot different, you get canceled nowadays. I say, oh yeah, it's a lot different, you get freaking canceled nowadays. Because I agree. Whatever. A human, we all have different brains. So there's some women that like this because that's how their brain is. Some men that like this because that's how their brain is, and that's okay. So I'm not judging that, but I'm saying right now it's mostly there is different conversations with things. When I'm with men, we might talk about a chick's ass and be like, "Bro, that was fucking unreal." I know, man. Oh my good fucking Lord. If I talk to my mom like that, she's like, William, oh my God, you're hilarious, blah, blah, blah. Brushes it right off. We don't get into detail about it, right? But I could talk to a gay guy and he would do the same thing as my mom. He'd be like, oh, honey, you are blah, 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 right? I talk to a lesbian, she punches me in my fucking throat and says, "You fucking bitch." No, I'm kidding. No, I'm joking. Well, yeah, yeah, honestly, fuck, I don't know. Can happen like that a lot of the time, to be honest with you. Right? Like, they're like, that's my chick. You're the one with the dick. Yeah, that's funny. Give us some breathing room, man. Fuck. What did you eat? I had a sandwich from Starbucks. Yeah, bro. Well, I've learned, bro. Yep. Yeah, there's just a lot of bullshit. But you know what? I'm not here to blame people for things because who am I to act like I am perfect or know it all? Not even close. I'm not here to blame somebody, but I'm also allowed to have opinions about it. You know? It feels like in this generation sometimes it's super hard to even have an opinion about things without being judged about it or thrown in the fire because of it. And I think that is wrong. It doesn't give anybody free speech. It doesn't give any growth. No growth. Thanks, Lissa. Yeah, of course you're allowed to have your opinions. Like, if I disagree with your opinion and I say it, that's okay, because you do the exact same thing, even if it's straight up or behind the door. You know what I'm saying? So we're allowed to disagree until we come to an understanding, and that's just normal. We might never come to an understanding, and that's just normal as well, right? I dislike cancel culture. Well, so did Diddy. And guess what? Diddy said I didn't like cancel culture for a reason because he's fucking belongs in prison. But I get what you're saying. Cancel culture is definitely something that should happen because there's a lot of people getting away with things that they shouldn't get away with. But there are some people that should not be canceled for things that people think that they are canceled for. Do you know what I'm saying? Right. So, is it a little too much? Maybe if it wasn't too much, it wouldn't be too little. I do think the people that do get canceled for nothing get reborn and they make up for it eventually. The diddler should fry. Yo, don't even say that shit, bro. It's just gross. I agree, but like, we don't have to be saying the diddler should. I hate that word even. It's like, ugh. Tracy, thank you. Like that, it sounds like you're fucking Satan throwing him in the fire. Jesus. Seriously though. Fuck. Like, yeah, okay, get over it. Put him in jail. Get him out of here. Fuck. We don't need to be fucking all weird about it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, fuck him. Yeah, exactly. No shit. But you also mean nothing to him. Only the court system does, and he's going to jail. So whatever you fucking whine about, he doesn't give a rat's ass. So get over yourself. Yo, guys, thank you so much for the gift. Seriously, all of you guys, thank you, thank you. Oh, I can't stand evil. Like, no shit. No fucking shit. Thanks, Captain fucking Underpants. Jesus. If you can't stand it, stop fucking talking about it. Once live's over, do you feel better getting it out? Yeah, like it's a consistent fucking journey. You have to keep talking. You gotta, like, it doesn't end. Like, after the live, I got my own stresses. I gotta go, talk to people, do my thing. Thank you guys for the gifts, all of you guys. Yeah, Captain Underpants is what it is because you're sitting on your couch and you're like trying to find like little reactions and you're like, oh, I fucking hate this though. I fucking this and this and this and fucking this. It's like, shut the front door and lock it and fucking do a jumping jack and move the fuck on. Jesus. You're giving everyone a fucking migraine. Everybody. A fucking migraine. No, I'm not saying no one talk in the chat. Like that's even you again doing it. Oh, so no one talk in the chat. Ha 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 like a fucking troll. Zip it. Jesus. That's not what I fucking said, so don't put words in my goddamn mouth. Yo, thank you so much, guys, for the gifts. All of you guys, thank you. It's like we're on a fucking merry-go-round. Like we're dancing on a merry-go-round. I'm trying to move forward. We're going fucking. It's like we're talking to fucking Betty Lou Who on a fucking Sunday, smoking a cigarette, having wine, talking about the same thing you talked about fucking 10 weeks in a row already, and you're still complaining about your goddamn ex-boyfriend and fucking flicking the bean to it with your legs crossed. Like, shut the hell up. Fuck. Driving us AWOL. And the people that get mad at that are the people that do it. I brought Diddy up because from a subject of cancel culture, which cancel culture is negative already. So I threw that in, and that was it. But other people were like, "Oh, fucking burning, like fuck." Can we just move on and not talk about people burning in hell? So you zip your lips before you talk to me. Fuck. Check yourself. That's why I say check yourself. I don't care if you were kidding, all right? You weren't. You said it. You done it. Action is done. I don't care. No one gives a fuck. And then Rita puts the zippers like she's funny. Like, Jesus, Murphy. Why are you gonna burn in hell? I'm not burning in hell. Who said I was burning in hell? Now we got Captain Dick Fuck coming in, fucking saying whatever he can to fucking tickle my balls. Like, how about you listen? Is it because you're lusting over Latinas? I'll bust a nut on a Latina's ass and wipe it on your chin and bitch slap you. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, I just came in. Well, turn around and don't come back. This is my house. I pick who I want in and out. or I'll block you. You got haters out of the wazoo, bro. Fake ass people that have no fucking life and just say things out of their stinky ass. Maybe fucking wipe your ass instead of fucking being like a leech. You know leeches? You know they suck your blood and they're like and you just kind of like flick them off like it's nothing, like it's like ew, like you mean nothing. Exactly. You seem cool, a bit of a crash show. That hurt me so much. That hurt me so much. I just made 30 grand this month doing fucking this. So you didn't hurt me at all. Like I don't give a fuck what you say. Like I don't know where the fuck you're going with this, bud. You wanna take some time, write in your journal and write another fucking one? You wanna fucking look at me so much that you're basically giving me the Gluck Gluck 9000 on the fucking floor? Do it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Give me more attention. Yeah, well, you lost. You lost. So take your L and move out. You calling people bipolar? That's a nice thing to do. Fuck. You sound like a fucking idiot, to be honest with you. I don't think I would ever be like, you're bipolar, fucking good. Whoa, 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 whoa. What happens is yesterday you're preaching, now you're swearing. Listen, my journey with God is my journey with God, Adele Mary. So get off my fucking ass. What happened to you moving the fuck on and leaving people alone? I'm seriously telling you, Adele Mary. You heard me. You heard me again. So get your fucking ass out of here. You're always upset talking about shit. It's funny how you guys never come in, but once I start speaking with confidence, you guys come in. Have you noticed that? Because you're scared of my potential, because you're hiding something that you can't fucking admit, and you've been picking your nose for 5 years, so cry about it. It's true. It's true. No, when I'm at bay, they don't say anything. When you start speaking the truth, they're biting their teeth, freaking out. We got a Twitter army right now about to take. They're freaking out, calling their friends. Betty Snowho is smoking a fucking cigarette, calling her fucking friend. She's shaking. She's literally shaking. She's like this. Did you see fucking Will's live? Put a fucking thing on it. You're a fucking psychopath. Go to the group chat, quick, 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 like you're in a fucking race. A race for what? There's no race. Racing your own fucking shit? Come on. Why is Mary with you tonight? Who the fuck's Mary? You talk about Twitter a lot. Why give them attention? You talk about Twitter a lot. Shut your bitch ass up. Don't talk about Twitter a lot. I'm using a fucking I'm using a saying for the haters because they're tweeter fingers. So shut your negative ass up. Yeah, you are. Get out of here. I said what I said. You want to argue with me? I'll argue right back. Oh, that's rude. You're rude. I can say the exact same thing. I counterflict it. You're rude for not moving on and crying about fucking me saying one thing. Like I'm sitting here and dwelling about it. Like I'm fucking sitting here and dwelling about it, you're acting like. Like I'm sitting here fucking Twitter. Like, don't act like you're helping shit. Would Jesus act this way? I don't know. I talk to him every day. And you know what he says? He says, keep being you. You're going to make mistakes and you need to go right through the enemies, buddy. And guess what? Your intuition is fucking amazing. So yeah, Jesus fucking loves me, bud. Would Jesus judge? Would Jesus judge other people? No. What did I come into? Bro, we've never seen you before. Get out of here. This is bullshit and you know it. Stop looking at Twitter. I don't look at Twitter. Joke's on you. So you're the bullshit one. I don't even have Twitter. So who's the bullshit? You. You're the bullshit one. So why are you projectile vomiting on my face? Did you finish to let them? No, I didn't, Lady Ange. I would have told you already. As a person who was raped and molested for 6 years with a family member, I delight in talking about Diddy on a daily. I came here for fun, for a change. Hope your day turns out positive. I'm out. Thank God. See you later. I'm sorry that you got raped and molested. So have I. But I don't want any negativity and I don't want people that aren't here. So thank you, Lord. Leave. And I pray for you that the best turns out. Yeah, I've been here telling me that's no reason. Oh, I'm so sorry. You want me to smack your ass about it? Like you're a grown ass person. Zip it. Pauline, thank you so much. All you guys, thank you for the subs. Thank you. Real. Wow, raped molested, you're a dick. What? How? Because I said, like, see you later. You know, I'm so happy. You know what's so fucking gross about whatever Lola? She comes in the chat for years and talks about liking me when she actually fucking is the biggest hater. Isn't that hilarious? How who's the bully? Guess what? You're raping and molesting me by doing that spiritually. You gross fuck. You're disgusting. Get out of here. You're a horrible, horrible person in my eyes. Who are all these people never seen them before? Who is that by? Oh, come on. Don't act like you don't know. We all seen her. Yeah, no, shit's crazy, bro. And then to put anything I say, they put the blame on me. Anything I say, they put the blame on me. They find it. Anything that they can find. Even fans do that. There's even fans that do that. Anything they can do to make you a little more closer to their reality, they'll do anything they can in little gross ways. It is so weird and gross, bro. Oh. And oh, anything. You could be the nicest person. They're just disgusting people. Disgusting people. In my eyes. In my eyes, they're disgusting people. Come in and act like I don't have sympathy for raping and molesting? Are you fucking joking? Are you fucking kidding me? I have more empathy than most of y'all. 90 fucking 5%. They'll do anything. Disgusting. They'll make someone want to jump off a bridge, to be honest with you. Those type of people, they'll make someone jump off a bridge and not give a fuck about it. Swear to God. They won't give a fuck about it. They're like zombies. They're like zombies. Basically zombies. You guys ever play the game Zombies? That's those type of people. Zombies. So be it. You guys want to be zombies? Anyone wants to be a zombie? Be a fucking zombie. Like, I don't, it is what it is. Off until just move on there, bud. Watch the live again. They're posted. Stick with the fucking program. Yeah, dude, it's crazy, bro. One-minded exactly. 100%. One-minded people been hurt so much that they'll do anything to bring you down. When I get hurt, I do anything to bring people up. Anything. Are you kidding me? You don't think it's awful to say things like that? Use your fucking noggin. Use your fucking noggin. Use your fucking noggin. Use your fucking heart. Come on. Jesus. It shouldn't take rocket science to figure stuff like that out. Like, come on. It's embarrassing. Completely. You fulfill their fantasies. I don't give a fuck what I'm fulfilling or not. I am being exactly who I am. So if who I am makes them lash out and me continuously answer being who I am does not hurt me. They can come in and do whatever they want. This is common sense. It doesn't change who I am. But a lot of people want to change who I am, which is weird. Oh, we can have good talks. What are you talking about? Can we never have good talks without their shit? We've been having a good talk the whole time. Why are you complaining? This is my life, first of all, that you're complaining about. And we have good talks every goddamn day. We had a good talk the whole time. I still look at this as a good talk. So if you don't like it, don't complain. Leave. That's it. I don't care if you're like, I love you, Will, though. I want to stay with you. Doesn't matter. I like to don't beat around the bush. Of course, bro. Like, what do you want me to do? Be like fucking so and so? Or do you want me to be like so and so? Or do you want me to be like so and so? Or do you want me to be nothing? Like, what are you? Of course. I don't like it anymore, then leave. Thank God. Because I don't like you anymore. Rita, thank you. I'm throughoutly done with this. Thank the Lord. Let me close the door behind you and lock it. Bye. Bye, Blondie's Camaro. Leave the Discord too. All of you guys. Bye. Hey, Rita, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. It ain't affecting shit. So if you don't like it, get the fuck out. You don't have to tell me. You don't even have to fucking tell me. Right? Mic draw. Mic draw. Dude, thank you. Lola and Blondie are trolls. Beauty. And they act like they aren't. Are they seriously in high school still? Are they seriously stuck in high school? It reminds me of that one girl. 451 in here. How many trolls they can't walk away? Oh, dude, probably just people loving it. This is how it is. You want realness, we give you realness. If you want to lose, come. Sorry for having confidence. I didn't know it was a crime nowadays to have confidence. I didn't know it was a crime to have confidence. D, thank you so much. You mean I'm the one who should be thanking D. She sent me the gift. So they're gathering next. I don't even care. Christine with the 5 subs, thank you so much. This type of live is what it should be, not holding back with who you are and no apologies. Oh, thank you so much. I never seen you, and that's a real ass comment. That's a real ass comment. And it is true. It is true. Because at the end of the day, who are you apologizing to? Move the fuck on. No matter how much you apologize, they're still gonna fucking throw rocks at you and say whatever they want and keep you where they want. So you're right. Confidence contagious. Yeah, yo, life's just weird, bro. Like, it shouldn't be so like, oh, like contagious and this, and I'm so obsessed. Like, bro, get a fucking life. Get a fucking life. Like, why do you care so much when you don't even really care? Like, why are you obsessed with a 25-year-old? You should like me if you want, but you shouldn't be obsessed. If you ever are obsessed with something, that's a problem. Annie, thank you. Christine, thank you. And then taking it out on me is even more of a problem. Frick, right? No, dude, it doesn't matter if like you're so attractive it makes people obsessed. If I am ever obsessed with somebody, I get over it so quick because what is the obsession doing to you? Nothing. If you think of the end goal of obsession, it always ends bad. There's no point of being obsessed with something. There's no point of being obsessed with something. Like zero. It doesn't give you any good. Like none. None. But why? What do they want from you that makes them so crazy? Oh, it's basically so you know how there's racist people in the world? It's basically that. It's just not liking something to the point you take it personally, to the point you lash out and hate. Instead of not liking it, turns into hate because you're bottling up, because you're obsessed and you keep watching it and you feel the affection of you watching it is the obsession eating you and you feel like you're doing something. I got fans that feel like they're doing something, stalking me, going through this thing. They don't truly care about my well being, they care about their obsession. And that's why I've been through so much I go through. And that's why there's so many people that regret and play this game. And that's why when I speak up and people don't like it just makes me sick. You just even mean that people had to have their own lives. Well, of course. What the fuck? You expect me to take care of 500 people, put you guys in my back pocket, walk you to the store and everything? Of course we have our own lives. That's common sense. You have to drink your own water bottle on the side of the fucking fridge because you're thirsty. You gotta swallow your pill because that's your pill. Like, I don't understand what the fuck that even means. You choose to talk about them, let them. I don't choose to talk to them. That's the problem with your point of thinking. And you're probably a hater even talking about it. If you cannot speak up, you can't move forward. So my job is to speak up for everything. If there's somebody in my way, I need to politely ask him to move out of the way if it's a tight space. If someone comes at me and starts bashing me and my character, it's my job to stick up for myself. If you don't understand that, then you'll never get anywhere. Ever. You will never get anywhere. You will act and play and try to make this fantasy land come true, and you will never get it. You'll just get more anxiety. Sandra, thank you. Cheryl, thank you. 100%. That's why they say there's no way around it, only through it. And that's why the haters love when I'm working and trying to be positive and go around it. You don't see them. But when I actually stick up for myself, you see, let's remember the word haters here, because they don't want growth. They want to stunt you, keep you exactly where you are because they're parasites. Like they're evil, they're killers, parasites. That is the devil. That's why Jesus has been hurt. That's why God's been hurt continuously. That's why the best people be hurt because of the devil. But it doesn't stop good people from following their truth because the truth is more important than your petty ass life. And it makes people sick to the point they kill you. And if they can't kill you physically, they kill you mentally, spiritually, day by day by day, slow and steady. Trust me, I have danced with the worst of the worst, and I still do. I got a lot of bad people in my life, and they know who they are. That's why they're offended for me even saying it without even saying it. That's why they're sitting on the other side of the screen, rolling their eyes and coughing. Stephanie with the 5 gifted subs, thank you so much. Mary, thank you so much for the 5 gifted. Why do you let it continue? Honest question. Honestly, I think I have sympathy for people that are in a bad position and that don't understand. I've helped a lot of people that didn't understand, and I've helped them come to an understanding that changed their lives. Rebecca, thank you so much. So I do help the broken because I was once broken. And, but it definitely can hurt you. But for some reason, no matter what I go through, no matter if someone framed me for murder and I was in jail for 50 years, I would still follow God with faith and and live a happy life. No matter what I go through. I am fucking so strong. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So you can never break me because I have that God on my side. And that's why I've been working with it and doing it and trying to make a difference, trying to help people. Because you know why? Because that makes me proud. Putting a smile on somebody's face that is genuinely life changing, like a realization is life changing. Not a smile, not a fake smile. A realization is life changing. and helping someone have a realization for a better future is one of the most beautiful things in the world. Spencer K, thank you so much for the 5 subs. Tammy, thank you so much. Well, it really is. And to be honest, I'll die for it. It's just always been me. I'm sorry. That's how I got famous. It's always been me. I live for it. So what you live for is what you die for. Happily. Like people think like, oh, but don't you want to blah blah blah? Like, don't you want to stay away from blah blah blah? No, happily. It's just like you can't get who you are out of your body. You are who you are. There's certain things that you work on, but who you are is who you are. No, it's about fixing. Like for me, it's about fixing. Like eventually, I would like to change the world for the better. And that starts from small things. That starts from doing a nice act that actually helps somebody. If that's emotionally, spiritually, physical, just helping someone gives you purpose. It gives you purpose. So a lot of people look at the bottom line of life and they don't want to accept that, or they do accept that the bottom line of life is that we're all doing it for our own purpose, and life's very simple and life's very evil, and a lot of bad things happen. So they stay in that and hurt people because they think that is life and they're trying to live by that truth. But your truth is what you do with your life. It's not about what you've done or what you've been through, it's what you do with your life is your life. It's about change. It's about even more than change. I would say it's about growing. Change is definitely the factor of growing, but it's first about growing to make you fulfilled. Do you believe in cutting harmful people out? Of course, bro. But I also agree with forgiveness. So if I don't like how you look at me, then I'm going to look the other way. Or if I don't like how you shake my hand, I'm not going to shake your hand. But there's so much aspects. It's not about running the other way. It's about working through the truth. But yes, whatever you don't appreciate, whatever you don't respect, those are the things that you cut out. Can I cut them out then forgive them? Of course, like you cut what you don't like out. So if you don't like how someone talks to you, cut it out. Forgiveness is tough at times. Forgiveness is only for you. It's not for them. So stop thinking that forgiveness is for them. You're a fucking biatch. Stop being a biatch and forgive for yourself. Or that's what's going to make you feel better. Forgive always. Forgiven is a feeling. It's not about forgiving them and giving them $1 million. It's about having forgiveness so you can move forward. It's Captain Obvious. We're not 7 years old. Jesus, Murphy. Wake up and smell the fucking coffee. Seriously, I've been hearing the same fucking sad story from adults so fucking much in my own family, in my own fucking neighborhood, in my own social media. This sad, stupid ass fucking story to fucking do nothing about it. And then you get holy yap, stoke DD. Like nobody. Losers that sit on their ass, hate their wives, hate their job, hate everyone, and live like a fucking demon. And you will die like a demon. if you do not change. Facts. Factual. I forget someone. It's true. So true, but they'll never get it. I don't like to say never because never is never. It's for you. It's not for anybody else. And cutting things off is for you. You're cutting yourself. Search up the egg theory. I think they talk about it. Everything you do to others is everything you are getting in return. Every bad person that thinks they have a sick job in a pickup truck driving to work, every time they're racist swearing at people, they're putting that racist anger on themselves. And they are so stubborn that they will not fix it because they're so stubborn trying to prove their shitty life true that they're making good. The only way to cancel out a negative is throw a positive in. Racism is an example of much more things as well. Because honestly, I don't think people are truly racist. I think people truly hate themselves. So they use racism as something to feel better about themselves. Truly. You're so weird, bro. What the fuck? Real forgiveness issues. Yeah, 100%. They're so hurt in all these ways and they think this and this and this, and then they hate everything else. It's all hatred. If you have 1 ounce of hatred, you're not strong enough to love. Period. End of story. You know why? Because love is a 10 times harder and stronger emotion. Do you want to know why it's such a strong emotion? I'll tell you why. Because it says it itself, love. That's a filling emotion. That's filling your lungs up. Hate is letting things out. So hate is shrinking, love is growing. It's common fucking sense. There's no winning. That word win, not the best word. There's no winning in life. There's no winning. This isn't a fucking game. We're not playing against players. We got our own life because it's too. You choose love, exactly. Because choosing love is what you have to do. Your looks, your age shouldn't be why we're here. We're here to talk and respect you. It's up to you. It's up to you. If you are here for my looks, I'm not judging you. But don't expect me to be a certain way, I guess, because I'm myself. But I go to girls' lives and I'm only there because she's fucking hot. I don't stay there though and try to gain a relationship with her because I really know I'm just there because she's hot. So why would I waste my time trying to gain a relationship when it's literally just that? You know? Do you, JJ? You don't have to joke. It doesn't matter. Joke wasn't funny. You know? No, do you, man. We're not telling people what to be or what to do. It's do you, right? I'm just saying what I believe. That's all. That's all. So if you want to say what you believe, one sec. Galaxy Girl, do you want to expand on why you're laughing? Because there was no laughing scenario there. So do you want to expand or Do you think it'd be fun? After 4 years, I'm sorry to thank you. That some people, I'm here to learn. Thank you. Whatever. We're all here to learn. We're all here to learn. When I go on lives, I'm here to learn. When I check social media, I'm here to learn. When I go outside, I'm there to learn. We're always looking, we're always learning. It's not about me being a teacher, it's none of that. Just about being having conversations. All of us. And that's why I understand when people say we're a team because it's the people. I just felt like a lot of people were stepping over lines, so it came to that. And then you get people you don't even know saying, "How are you today? Fine shit." Like, don't talk to me like that. Throw some respect. Constant seeker. Is there anything you'd like to learn that you haven't? You heard me. I said don't talk to me like that. Do you have a problem with my boundaries? Then leave. Are you saying I'm disrespectful? To me, you are. What are you gonna do about it? Shorty, let's talk about this. I'm not your shorty. You're a joke. That's why you're timed out by the mod. Right? It's all downplay. That's all people are trying to do is downplay. 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 That's all it is. Out of disrespect. You want respect, you have to get it. And that's why people play off your weaknesses. They put laughing faces. They do all of that, and it pisses them off so much that I can speak my truth like this. And I love it, and I'll continue to do it. And I want you guys to do the exact same thing because that's how it should be. Because that's how it should be. William for Prime Minister, baby. Yeah, always should be like that. If you guys ever feel like you're holding something out, you should let it out with what you're comfortable with. You know, if you don't want to talk about something, don't talk about it. If you feel like you have to talk about it, then talk about it. Right? But yeah, speak your truth. I'm what I am, and that's all I am, Popeye. Yeah, bro. That's why he's got big arms. Because he is what he is. All the other people are trying to make you a circus monkey. Listen, the most evil people in the world have the most knowledge at how to ruin somebody. But they don't have that power that good people have because they're not growing for something bigger. Kelly, thank you so much. So they're very good at being stuck in their own way, but they'll never be able to grow and they'll always be jealous. And it makes me smile because that's what you get. That's what you fucking get for treating me like shit. Seriously. That's what you fucking get. I tried to be there. I've tried to be nice. I've done everything. I've been vulnerable. I've been everything. And you still treat me like shit. Nothing else I can do but be myself, right? You like it, you don't like it. Keep going. Don't like it for 5 years. I don't care. Don't like it for your whole life. I do not care. There's a reason why you care. Who are you proving to? Prove to yourself. How about all the fans that you like shit? There's been a lot, and I've said it to them. I'm not saying everyone's perfect. I'm still here. If the people that hate me, let's say my biggest hater that hated my family for years, if she came in the chat, I would forgive her. If the person that hurt me so, so bad, if he came in the chat, I'd respect him. Always. 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 Because that's just me. but it doesn't mean that I'll agree with everything. But yeah, I think everyone deserves forgiveness for sure. If anyone says no one deserves forgiveness, I hate those people. I hate those people. Not the biggest fan of those people. Oh no, definitely not. Those people are even worse. Those people are the people that will make a mistake and literally like hate their life. Like start doing the worst. Those are very like devilish people. People that are good people that truly care, they forgive everybody because they know that's deserved. People that cut people out, leave people, laugh at people when they're crying because they can't get, because they feel better. Those are people that are so detrimental to society. They will use this person, 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 leaving everybody with a stab in their back. And a lot of people won't even truly notice it. And their whole life, they'll just stab people in the back until they die, until they grow old, miserable, probably do some disgusting things behind the scenes, and die. That's a shitty person because they've been hurt, but it doesn't give you the right to not it doesn't give you the right to hurt other people. I don't care how much you've been hurt, it does not give you the right to hurt other people. It just doesn't. A lot of people in jail actually are straight up people that did something because of how fucked they've been stabbed over. I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of people that in jail that have been through so much, like being molested, being raped, being fucked over, that have done something that put them in jail because of the snakes. Or the government, the government's fucked. The government wants us to stay small. They want us to be in a cage, like they put lions in a cage. The government's always playing with rules and doing this and pushing things on the agenda, teaching people from a young age, throwing things in their face like freaking girls half naked on the internet. Doesn't matter. No control, no care. Parents letting it happen, not caring about their own shit, leads to a disgusting, hateful, horrible, gross, unorganized life. Blaming, trauma, this, that, because there's no structure. Real respectful structure. But that should be taught when we come out of the womb. But sadly, we're still trying to figure out nothing. So we're all over the place. It's a joke. The whole thing's a fucking joke. There's some things that are good for sure, but mostly the thing's a fucking joke. Yeah. Yeah. It's sad. Super sad. Not saying it like it's good. I hate it. Fuck. But it's life. Especially when you are a social person, which if we all have to go to the gas station and all have to drive on the road and all have to go to the grocery store, no fucking shit. I'm not going to be fully conservative and being a social person pushing for social. Like, of course. How else do we move up in a society if we're not social? If we're just saying people care too much instead of getting to a better place? Because we have to deal with each other one way or another. We're all on this fucking world. We're all on this fucking earth. No, I'm your fucking neighbor. We have to bump into each other eventually. We gotta talk about what should be in stores and what shouldn't be in stores. Our kids have to go to school together. Everything. So if you're just so like that, you're so conservative where you think everyone blah 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 mind your own life, those are usually the fucking serial killers. Those are usually the people that kill and hurt people, usually. Those are usually the people that have too much guilt in social situations that they just say, fuck it, leave me alone. And I do not disrespect those people because they got a lot of things that they're right about. Ton of things. But what they're not right about is not working to a better understanding truth. And that's something that always needs to be in play. We're not fucking cavemen. We're not fucking cavemen. It's not an excuse for you to do nothing. It always has to be in play. Always. That's why there's two sides working together. That's why we have this party and this party working against each other, but also with each other. So the people that just fully hate are the reason you have no word in politics. There's a reason why you don't have a big word that you wish you had. There's a reason why you complain to the school board and nothing happens other than a video of you calling the girl a bitch and that being posted on social media and you crying about it. There's a reason. And if you want facts, if you want feelings, like, come on. Like, it's seriously ridiculous. It's seriously ridiculous. Honestly. Seriously. So my sleep schedule is fucked. If I'm on live late at night and you guys miss the live, I'm truly sorry because I might even be on live. Like I like to go, a lot of people tell me just do a live, quick live, but this is my thing. So I like to stay on live late. So I might be on live like later tonight and stuff. You guys can go rewatch it. I know a lot of the time it's hard. Laundry's good. I already did the dryer, everything. Don't worry about me. And yeah, if you want to be here, again, ask me anything you would like because I truly appreciate it. No promises I will answer, but I do appreciate the time. I really do appreciate it. And the lives are changing. Life is changing. I'm sick of music. I think we've listened to music so much that I'm replaying fucking the same song in my head all day. I'm not interested in listening to new music. So my life is changing a little bit. Just to let you guys know that. Um, Sub count. Jules asked. Right now it's 45 active gifted subs because we are in a new month. Uh, from the month of May, I have got 2,839 gifted subs, which I shouldn't even be telling you, to be honest with you, because that's my personal money. But you guys can do the math because I like to be honest, and honestly, I don't care too much. It is what it is. But yeah, that's how much subs I made this month, which is really good. I've made more before, but it's really good. Thank you. Well, the more knowledge people know, the more respect they gain because we do live in a world full of lies. So even if people aren't trying to cross boundaries, a lot of people are trying to understand things. So I don't blame people for asking questions because, yeah. Where is the first place you went fishing? Do you remember? I think it was in Fort Francis. Jax, thank you so much. Kelly, thank you. You're transparent. What's transparent mean? I forget the definition. That's a cool word. Jax, thank you so much. Did you catch a fish that day? I think I did, bro. I miss fishing for sure. Are you doing a later live? I don't even know like my schedule, but I just know I find it pointless. Kelly, thank you so much for the 4 gifted subs when I avoid my job. And do you see how I'm like speaking? This is me finding what I want to do. So it is pointless for me to do nothing other than my job realistically. Like I don't unless I want to, right? Like if I want to watch a podcast, I will. But feeling like I have to do these things, like I have to go on TikTok because it's my day off, I have to go see a friend, or I have to go watch a podcast. It's driving me nuts because I should be working until I'm falling asleep, to be honest with you, until I want that alone time and I'm ready for it. But me not being ready for it, there's really no reason to be consistently, um, I think it's just like, oh, like it's all for other people. I think, oh, I didn't give enough, blah, 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 blah. If you ever want to find yourself, you can't care about other people. Why do you feel like you have to? Again, like for other people, like just say it's like, oh, I've been on too much or it's time to take a break, blah, 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 instead of just doing it for me. Like I don't have to just keep doing me. You know what I mean? Instead of answering people and if I don't answer people, I feel like, oh, people are saying I'm tired and then I feel like I should get off, I should do this, I should do this. That will never make you happy if you say I should do this. It's I want to do this. You know what I mean? I want you to do what makes you happy. Um, thanks. Kathy, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you. Kelly, thank you. Yeah, exactly, Kim. Most people have to do this shit, yeah. Um, Kathy with the 5 gifted, thank you. She has changed the mindset from I have to I want to for everything. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Of you're growing and evolving. Thank you. Yeah, it's definitely a grind every day. Um, but like that grind is what you have to go through. Um, or else you'll always avoid it and you'll never get the real work done. Thanks. Rather than have to. The grind is mandatory for growth. It doesn't help you grow, it's mandatory. It's always going to be a grind. Always. The harder you work, the less of a grind you'll feel like when you're working, and sometimes it's more, but Liz with the 50 gifted subs, thank you. Yeah, like Kim, like deep down you want to, but you also want to chill, right? So I think it's just matching your need and your want. Cause and then just doing it, even if that wants like, oh, I'd rather do this or do that. I think it's more just like, uh, but work to do what you want for sure. It'll make your life better. Liz, thank you. Did anything surprise you about living alone? Not doing it earlier. If I had it my way, I'd probably move out at like 18 right away. I enjoy your talks to learn from a lot. Thank you. What do you think traditional generation views the most? There's like just like there's not really a difference between the older generation. It's like listen, it's the exact same thing about how you look at your grandfather and how you look at your friends your age. It's that exact same feeling. There's not really a big difference other than they're older than you, right? I was surprised it was, you know. Um, but obviously there's different changes because we're growing consistently. So there is like things that um whatever, but it's funny that like all the things that the older generation complains about is things that they wish that they did, but they're blaming us for doing it. So if we work hard, they're like, "Oh, you guys work too hard," but then they wish they worked harder. So it's like, why are you complaining about things you wish you fixed and was honest about earlier to get over it instead of blaming people? Are the therapy sessions helping? Yeah, for sure. For sure. You know, instead of just knowing that if you were more honest in your life, it would have worked out. A lot of these old rituals are put upon us. If you give one piece of advice to a kid younger than yourself, what would it be? Oh man, like it depends what situation the kid is in, but if he was, I don't know, in high school, he's growing up, I would say just there's too much advice than just one word advice. Way too much. I think it all depends where he's at, what he wants. It all depends. So to just give one advice would just be trust yourself and make smart decisions. That would probably be it. Not all kids don't listen though. There's for sure most kids don't listen, but not all kids. It all depends on the parenting. Like if you're a parent that says my kids don't listen anyway, then you're a fucking bad parent. Sorry to break it to you, but you should fucking work on your parenting. And if it's too late, it's too late. Mary, thank you for the 5 subs, but at least gain a better understanding. Thank you, Mary. Respectfully, William, do you get lonely living alone? Why would that be disrespectful? Do you get lonely living your life? It's not disrespectful. Sure, yeah, sometimes. We all do. Did you always listen to your parents? No, definitely not. Definitely not. And um I blame them for not finding the right person. My parents split up, so as much as I love them, I do blame them for not finding the right person to grow a family and commit bigger than their own feelings. And I think then I would have listened more if my parents were together and I wasn't hearing different opinions on things. And they worked together and showed me I would have definitely listened more. But it's not like I blame myself for things too. There's blame everywhere. It's not putting full ownership on that because things happen and people make mistakes and people try to figure it out and life's hard. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, my grandmother helped me a lot. Wasn't perfect, but helped me too in a lot of ways. What are some of the challenges that you see your generation sees in today's society? What are some of the challenges you see that your generation sees? It's just like, just growing up, having times changing, everyone's trying to figure it out. This person thinks they deserve the job. This person thinks they deserve the job. One person truly deserves the job. One person doesn't. Maybe both do, but they had to just pick one. And in my eyes, that means that person was more deserving, subjectively for that job. And then there's hate and there's bullying and there's this and there's that. It is just life. It's been like that. You still talk to Anne, she's good for you? No, I don't talk to Anne. That's my dad's ex-girlfriend. I hope she's doing well, but no, that was a long time ago. I'm good for myself. Thank you very much. Funny fact, when I moved, it was freeing and fun. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. I'm 51. I'm still trying to figure out. Sometimes there's not a choice, though. You realize that things are hurting your kids staying with the wrong person. Of course, I'm not blaming my parents, but I'm thinking if you didn't have kids then. I know I wouldn't be here, but I'm saying if you don't know for sure that you guys are going to stick it out and make things work together, then do not have children. I'm not blaming my parents. I love my parents, but I am saying what is true as well. And I know that's like, oh, but I didn't know. I wouldn't know. I don't give a fuck about your excuses. We're talking about the truth. So if we want to work from anywhere, it's the truth. I know things are hard for sure. Duh. That's why I'm not blaming people. But you don't know in the moment, doesn't matter. You should have known. If you don't know, don't do. If you don't know, don't do. And if you do, take responsibility of what you did. It's easier said than done. You can say that your whole life and cry me a river. It does not matter. That is realistic, Kim. Fully realistic. It is fully realistic what I'm saying. There's nothing that I just said that is wrong. What you're saying is why are you putting so much blame on somebody making a mistake? But what I'm telling you is that I'm not putting blame on the mistake, but I'm putting reality in the picture as if they didn't get together and they didn't have kids, they could be with someone that's better for them. Yes, that's a hard decision because you're in love, but obviously they weren't in love enough to make things work. If you don't take accountability, you'll do that your whole life and look like an airhead. Mary with the five, give the subs. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's just it is what it is, man. It is life. It is life. Everybody makes mistakes. That's a part of life as well. Everybody makes mistakes. That's also a part of life. So that's why I'm not blaming, but my mom and my dad would be the first ones to tell me that a mistake was that. But they said, I'm still grateful for the kids that we had. So it's there's a mistake in there, but something good came out of it. But there's still bad that came out of it too. So it's just a conversation, right? There's no really right or wrong. Like I get what you're saying, but there's more to the conversation. I understand what you're saying, but sometimes we don't know better, don't know what's wrong. But I just said that as well. But it doesn't matter. If you didn't know, if you didn't study for your math test and you fail your math test because you didn't know, you should have studied. You still failed, sorry. If you studied for your math test so hard and you still failed, there's something you did wrong there. You still failed. So it really does not matter. The excuse and not taking accountability is what makes things worse. Life's not black and white. I never said it was black and white. So I don't know what your point is there. That's why they say hindsight 2020, because if you could see in the future making choices, yeah, of course, man. But it's still like when you don't know something, you make a mistake, you still look back and say, I didn't know, but I made the mistake. I'm not saying like, yeah, of course, I was a kid throwing rocks at freaking eggs at houses and shit. I was Did I know what I was doing that was really hurting people because I was throwing eggs at their house? Not really. Didn't really pay attention to it. Was a kid fucking around with my friends thinking it's funny. Do I learn now and say, yo, that was a mistake because I understand life more and that those people have to clean their house and all of that stuff and they're also scared because someone's doing that to them? Of course. Did I take that into accountability at the time? No. But you're talking about it in two different scenarios. You're talking about facts and feelings. You can't control people's emotions and their views on the point. I'm not talking about it like that. I'm not saying like that. You're going into it's not a math problem. You're throwing so much biased stuff at me, and you're not having any conversation. You're just blaming. If we could have disagreed to agreed, everything would have been better. And that's what my direction is. Your direction's not. You're saying this is wrong and this is wrong. But I'm saying this is right and this is wrong. How did we split up? I don't remember, to be honest with you. And I'm talking about my parents as well, and that's my personal, exactly, that too. So what do you think should happen? There's no should, could, would, did, what? It's all subjective. It's all what I can't say what should happen to somebody else's life. I can have an opinion, but they are the judges of their own life. But for me, I think that is actually personal, and I don't need to tell you because that's my parents and that's my personal life. You can ask other things around that, but yeah. Sometimes two people can love each other and one just can't love the other. Yeah, man, it happens all the time. I think we're going in a circle right now for no reason, to be honest with you. Yeah, it is a little rude to ask that, to be honest, but it's not. It's just not, yeah, rudeness is not over thinking about it. Think about it more. But I get where you're coming from. You're trying to find the answer from the truth. So I don't really blame you for trying to find the answer from the truth because I'm like you. Even if I'm rude, I look for the truth. So I don't blame that, to be honest with you. But I can see where you're coming from with that. But like it can feel rude, but whatever, right? Because I'm like that as well. It depends where you're going. Yeah, we know what you're talking about. Even if you're talking about it in general, it still equals to what I'm talking about from the intuit, from the initial thought. There's nothing I can say that I'm not a fucking person that can say this is exactly what they should do at this age. No. Like I don't know. What should they do? Find the right person and take care of your kids? Like as a team? I don't know. I guess everybody would say that though, right? Like that's just common sense. Maybe until you're 18 and everything's worked like a job to get that person where they should be. I don't know, right? Like in a perfect world. Yeah, but you're also crying about it. And I don't like people that cry about it. Nobody's perfect. Well, you will never get a six pack until I get a six pack. Nobody's perfect. Will, you'll never make $1 million. Chill on the couch and smoke some weed until I make $1 million. Nobody's perfect. Well, there's so much divorces until I have a wife and kids and have a fucking amazing life that I would call perfect. So I don't need to hear fucking this bullshit. I don't. It's an attitude that I don't like. It's an excuse. Trying to fit in and excuse it. There's no growth there. And I've tried to be honest with that by being respectful because I know a lot of people are older with things that happen and, relationships that didn't work out and whatever. So I'm trying to work around the fence and be all good and have some respect. But if we're not being straightforward and being truthful, then, and if we can't have a conversation about it and grow and whatever, there's really no point of talking. And I think that is the point for sure. I do. I do. I really do. You know, you can't manipulate the truth. But what is the truth? Well, I don't know. Or maybe I do know, but I'm sorry. I'm trying to articulate it intellectually, respectfully, for understanding for myself and you guys. But it's also all subjective. Your truth, my truth, the truth, everything. So, to be honest, this is why I'm having the conversation. So we can work closer to the truth. Is there just one truth? I don't think so. I don't think the truth is just one thing. I think the truth is the fucking truth, like a billion, whatever. But I think that's why there's so many categories to be talking about and having real conversations about that gets you towards the truth. But that is what I'm using my platform for. So if you don't want that and you want to go watch fucking, I don't know, 2K talk about his baby, like I don't know. I don't know what you want to watch. Fucking Jordan Blue singing on fucking Americans Got Talent or that one guy kind of going on people's live fucking with people or Reed singing or fucking Gavin playing fucking family game. I don't care what you do. I think all of that is awesome. All of that is fun. That's what they're doing. But this is what I'm doing. So we all have different stages in our life, what we're working towards, and it's all okay. It's not something to be judgmental about like people do and say, no, it's just you, Will, fuck them. Dumb. It's not saying, does Reed sing? He dances, he has fun. You know what I'm talking about. And it's about just being a real nice person. So don't be picking weird stuff and being a bully on the other side, really just trying to start drama. And that because it's embarrassing for you. It's not embarrassing for us because we're having conversations on the other side of the screen. We understand. We're having fun. It's embarrassing for you. So get over yourself. Stop crying about it. Move a different direction. CJ, thank you so much for the one gifted sub. Mary, thank you so much too. CJ, thank you. Yeah, I got good perspectives. Do I use them in? I've been going through a lot. Like I even saw this picture on here. Like ever since I'm famous, I've been holding a lot, which is makes me want to cry because I'm so proud of myself. And I can't believe how many people looked at that guy and said he is just, too much or too this or too that or let's bring him down or and it just makes me honestly very sad because that guy held in so much and did so much and carried so much and worked so hard and stayed up so late. And but the only thing that matters at the end of the day is I truly respect myself. And I truly look at those old pictures and stuff and say, fuck, good for you, bro. And I'm continuously doing that, but I'm very proud of myself. And you can love it or hate it. That's your life. This is my life. We got all different lives. We all got our own shit. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. But I am focusing on my life because it's my life. And it's hard, but I'm proud of myself. Mary, thank you so much again. Yeah, bro. You're not to tell me though you deserve anything. I tell myself what I deserve. Remember that as well. You guys can put clapping hands, you guys can do that, but I don't want to hear you deserve all this, you deserve all that. I appreciate it, but I tell myself what I deserve, and you tell yourself what you deserve. I don't need people to be taking a part of my cake. Thank you. And I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate that you guys are proud. I appreciate that, you're whatever, for sure, for sure. But again, doesn't matter as much as what I think about. You deserve none of the cake. Don't act like you deserve all the cake, Jackie. Zip it. We're not here for jokes. You deserve your cake. You deserve what you make and you bake, but you don't deserve what I bake. I'm glad you're calling yourself a clown. Yeah, I understand though, Kim, that it's hard to be honest with how you feel because you know your parents have feelings too. And that's why I'm telling you, I'm not judging though my parents, but listen. Listen. So, could I have been a better brother? Of course. I will sit there and make excuses of why I should be because I worked so hard. It does not take away the fact that I wasn't being there as much as I should for them. If my sister has an opinion that I need to be a better brother, that is her opinion, and I cannot change that. I need to accept that. Even if I think come on, I've worked so hard, blah, 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 it doesn't change the fact what she feels. Even if you feel like it's unfair, it doesn't change the fact. You can cry about it your whole life. You can say, I deserve better. It will just push you further away from doing what you have to do. Will's Barbie, Diane, thank you. Yeah, of course, it changes how you go forward. Consistently, though. It's always going to change how you move forward. Like, I'm always having to change, like, every fucking day. That's why I'm telling you there's no comfort in the grind, but like, you're not looking for like to put things on hold. You're looking for breaks. So keep moving forward and take breaks. That's it. That's it. Not on pause, not on this, on that. Just maneuver, learn, grow, patient, take a break, learn, grow, push, but keep moving on your grind though. The more you're bouncing around the grind is the issue from my experience. But your grind is also your grind. So if someone tells you you have to go to the gym, but you feel like you should write a whole paper, write the whole paper first. Stop listening to society like I should do this, I have to do this, but also don't make excuses for your inaction because that's nobody else's problem but ours. But do you on your page, you know? I almost got that one pretty good. See, I'm learning too. I'm talking. It's tough. It's hard. I think about it all the time, bro. I don't really have a lot of peace, man. Like for me to gain peace, since I'm in the spotlight and I'm working so hard, I need literally a massage for probably 3 hours on the beach, probably three pina coladas deep, maybe a fucking rub, and like the most intense thing you could ever imagine will be when I find peace again, to be honest with you. Like, so the what I have to do moving for, yeah, that's my biggest goal. Big dreams, not enough action. Yeah, me too. Me too. Me too. Big dreams, not enough action for sure. I have a good thought process towards it, but I don't put in enough action. But remember, you're the only one telling yourself that you put enough action. So if you feel like you should do this, do that. If on your pace, because you're feeling how you feel. Nobody else is feeling how you feel. It's you feeling how you feel. So what you want to feel is what you want to feel. So don't be doing it for what other people think you should feel. Feel how you want to feel every day. And that's going to feel lonely. Back to the question of feeling lonely. That is when it gets lonely because you're not just sitting, Sonia, just as an example, in special case, sitting beside each other, smoking a dart, loving that they're both feeling that they're killing themselves smoking a dart, basically, complaining or whatever. Just an example. Not actually. Just pick two names, random names. No, you have your own journey. So like you guys aren't gonna soak in your own misery and think that there's a better outcome. The loneliness is literally like it's going to happen because that's the feeling of taking full ownership and I stay up late at night. I'm alone. I'm at 6 in the morning staying up, thinking about things, writing things, talking to ChatGPT consistently, listening to podcasts, sitting on the edge of my bed listening to exactly the words they're saying, like I'm in the conversation with them, going through my mental breakdowns, having so much anxiety, doing push ups, watching things, learning about things, sharing my opinion on things constantly. And it's my journey, though. I'm not getting up for work doing exactly what other people are doing or this person's doing. I have my own schedule, so I need to work on my schedule. There's no excuses. Like, yeah. Ton of thinking, but the reason what helps thinking is mapping. So if you have a lot of thoughts, you need to write it down. You need to strategize. You need to figure out what you can do in this moment that's going to help that thinking. You need to listen to what you need to listen to. You need to do what you need to do. And that's when all of that overthinking, it's not about, that's why I hate it when people say stop overthinking. It's not about not overthinking. It's about being strong enough to maintain your overthinking. And the only way to do that is through the work, the action. Mapping is just speaking it out into existence. What's going on in your head, put it into a formal thing. If that's visually, anything that is. It doesn't have to be written down, but put it into something that's giving you an understanding feeling because you don't want to feel like everything's cluttered. And that's what takes that work. But if you're not doing the work, you're not getting anywhere. And then you'll have realizations of, but a word is an action, just so you know, Chanel. Um, if you're not doing, you might have realizations that this is insanely hard and it must be exhausting, but so is your life. So I wouldn't cry about it. I'm talking for everybody. As much as you try to act like it's not, when you smoke a cigarette or you do this, you're still in the same spot we're all in, and we're all working through it. No, mapping wasn't a recommendation in therapy. All of this is from me. All of this is from me. I say so much good things to my therapist that my therapist said I should be teaching this stuff to people. She said it must be hard knowing so much. But you're my overtake, yeah, because you're not working hard enough. If your overthinking is taking you down, it's because you're not working hard enough and you don't believe something that you should work to believe. It doesn't mean you have to believe it right away, but the work is going to get you to the belief. The failure of trying a math equation and not knowing the math equation is going to piss you off, but it's also going to lead you on a better direction to find more answers. You're diminishing that you're finding so much answers with even failing. So do not diminish any of it. Yeah, bro. Because there's so much disbelief. This person did it. This person's smarter. This person's hotter. This person's more athletic. This person's this. This person's this. Shut up. We're all the fucking same. Even fucking people with disabilities are in Harvard University. So zip it and do the work that you have to do, that your body is telling you to do. Stop comparing yourself to people. Go in the alone feeling and do what you need to do. It's not as hard when you're doing it than when you're not doing it. Because when you're not doing it, you might think you're relaxing, but you're never actually relaxing. You might think you're relaxing. Like your brain's telling you that you're relaxed and you're telling yourself all this shit, but it's all false. And I know that's the scariest thought ever, but that scared feeling is actually very good. It's actually mandatory. It's almost like if a lion was coming to your door and you just don't want to accept it's a lion, but that lion could get you running to the car to get the fuck out of the house and save your life. But I never wanted to feel that scaredness, blah, 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 blah. It is life, all right? But I don't like life. I wish it was different. You naturally love life. You've just been brainwashed and manipulated and all of these things to not love life or to love a false reality. Naturally, you love life. You are born here for a reason. You were, you are, this is your natural kingdom. This is your natural place. This is your time. This is where you are. You just need to do the work to find your life. I don't care if your life is good for me. This isn't telling me shit. This is me telling you. How do you keep rewarding yourself? It's all personal. Everything's personal. So instead of picking up the beer, maybe do some writing. So everything's personal. It doesn't matter. Listen, the scariest part about the work is it's exactly what it is said. The scariest part of the work is it is the unknown. The scariest part of the work that nobody wants to accept, everyone wants to feel comfortable, is life is the unknown. You have no fucking idea what is going to happen. Everything is changing, things are forgiven, you need to drop that shit ASAP and start doing the work, whatever that means to you. If that means building a house across the country, that's what you need to start doing. If that means moving out of your country, that's what you need to start doing. If that means studying something that nobody's ever figured out before, that's what you need to start doing. It's up to you to start, and it's up to you to finish. Bottom line. No ifs, ands. You don't want to know everything. The best life I had was when I did not know anything about the future, to the point I was even making bad decisions because I wasn't thinking about the future too much. I was thinking about how I need to do it right now. And yes, I'll regret whatever and that makes you worry, but that's why life gets harder. So with my life, I need to consistently work on what I feel I need to work on and learn from my past. The past is always teaching you. When you ran from the bear and you realize that that bear is way too fast to get that close to that bear, hopefully you don't get killed and you'll learn. But if you're still standing, you'll learn. So you learn not to get too close to that bear anymore. I gotta piss so bad. Um, But yeah, again, bottom line, I'm gonna get going now. Maybe see you guys later. Bottom line is just keep doing what you need to do for you, and that is it. But Will, I smoked a cigarette and I don't want to smoke a cigarette. How do I not? What do I do? You did it, or you want to do it. You're doing it. Keep moving forward. Okay, but no buts. Keep moving forward. You know it's bad for you. Whatever. Own it. Move on. Try to get over it. There's no going back. There's no skipping times. There's no pausing. There's just life. So keep learning, keep grinding, keep going. Well, Barbie, thank you. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate all of you guys. Hopefully, see you guys later. If not, probably see you guys tomorrow. But again, thank you so, so much. I appreciate all of you guys so, so much. Hope you enjoyed the live. Thank you for all the support. And yeah, see you later. Love you guys.